All right, we made it. It's nothing like having a live show. The first time ever doing a live show together. Yeah, there we are. Let's do the move,
And
right? Me
Ed,
and David, right?
that's it. Yeah.
We're only 9 minutes late. People in the chat giving us
No,
crap already, right? Like, hey,
9 minutes, dude.
9 minutes. We did
That's
it.
a record for David.
This is like Seattle and Vegas connected. So how you doing, man? Scissoring up here from across the
I'm
states,
doing
right?
fantastic. Long time no see, John. Welcome to the channel.
Yeah, right. I was
Actually,
actually
John
for
was
those.
just out here this last week.
Yeah, yeah. We had 9 days. I was out there. 9 days.
You were. It was a
And
long time, dude.
yeah, so I think we're going to do tonight a couple things. One is you want to talk about Vegas in general. When I got there, but before I came, you were kind of prepping me like, hey, Vegas is different. Like it's like worse than COVID. Like the occupancy rates are down. It's table minimums are low. And I rolled into town expecting nobody to be here. And it was a whole different experience. And now things are changing again. And we'll talk about that here in a minute. And then the strategy tonight we're going to play with it kind of speaks to my experience while I was there in town. So what's changing in Vegas right now? That was the case 2 weeks ago. How is it today?
Yeah, let's kind of talk about Vegas very
Mm-hmm.
quickly. We're getting a lot of people asking us like, how is Vegas coming on? How are we doing? We're doing okay. We're making it through. I will say Vegas has started to slow down a little bit. It's nowhere near what COVID was, obviously. I will say, like, obviously during COVID, everything was closed, and then after COVID it went crazy, once the mask mandate went away. But interestingly, a lot of Canadians are staying home, which we love the
Mm-hmm.
Canadians, and but so many so that they've eliminated some direct flights from certain cities in Canada to Vegas, which is not a good thing for us, by the way, here in Vegas. Those of us who work here, regardless of what side of the spectrum you're on, we say if you're Canadian, come on down. Like literally come down and see us, at least here in Vegas. We're happy to have you. We love you. And we'll try to keep you out of the detention centers as much as possible. In the casino, I don't think we have a lot of ice running around in the casinos, at least as far as I know.
Certainly not.
The crazy thing is the also if a lot of Mexicans have really well, you know what, a lot of people that come to Vegas, they don't realize how many Mexicans actually play here in Vegas every single weekend. And the interesting thing you'll see on the Strip, for example, is a lot of Mexican license plates, and those tend to be high limit players,
Hmm.
and most notably baccarat high limit players. A lot of really high limit baccarat players come from Mexico.
Hmm.
It's about 10%, which accounts for quite a bit of the high limit play.
No kidding.
You know what's crazy is when Mandalay experienced there's the little shooting in the back of the Mandalay, and there's a lot of Asians stopped going there because it's, for them it was very unlucky that this happened, obviously. But and that high limit baccarat pit was taken over by a lot of these Mexicans for a while. But so yeah, we missed the Mexicans, less of those. The occupancy rates are down kind of across the board. Now, John, you were at Palace, which is
That's
doing
right.
great.
Hmm.
Palace Station is doing fantastic.
It was
If
filled.
Yeah, so they're kind of a little bit of an anomaly in terms of that. But if you go to the Strip right now, it's literally, let's just say it's less. There's still lots of people. I mean, the people are still coming to Vegas, but
Hmm.
not nearly at the levels that we had hoped. And unfortunately, a lot of those high limit players that toke or tip, so at some casinos the tips have kind of settled down as
Hmm.
well. Here at the school, we're seeing kind of a slow recovery in sort of the kind of the job market. Although there's plenty of if you're a dice dealer, there's plenty of jobs. But we gauge it by the number of table game directors that are reaching out to David on a weekly basis for new dealers. And
Hmm.
let's just say there are less of those than what there will usually be at this time of year. So here's what we expect to happen. Here's what I expect to happen. First of all, the value conversation is coming back. So those of you who are waiting on a really good deal to come to Vegas, I'm going to guess that if you're a regular to Vegas, you've already have points and you've established some kind of history with the casino, you are already getting coupons for free rooms and maybe some dinners. You've been incentivized like to the hilt, and that's only going to get more so. And we're going to start seeing some lower table games. You're not going to see a lot of $5 tables. Like that's the thing of the past, but $10 tables, $15 tables more reliably,
Hmm.
less of these 25 and $50 tables. And even those hard to get dinner reservations at some of these properties are now opening up. We're seeing a lot of the real specialty or Michelin star restaurants starting to experience some let's just say some volatility, some extra seating has been available. So there's that. So I think you're going to definitely see some changes in the short time.
I was surprised when I was surprised when I was in town. I expected, because I stay at Palace every time I go now. I love it at Palace, and I expected what was usual there, right? So I have this kind of routine where when I come to work at Casino Quest, I get up in the morning, I have my oatmeal, right, at the knife and spoon there, and I go to the table, and there's nobody at the table. It's a $10 table. I go out there, it's me and usually one local guy who's still asleep from the night before at the table. I make my little paycheck and I go to work, right? This week when I was there, $15 table, packed to the gills at 5 o'clock in the morning, couldn't get on. Had to play bubble craps. I was
By the way, you know why
so,
that is? A Palace is becoming quite literally the value proposition of Vegas. So like they have a I know we sell Palace and my friend, but you can get a charred hamburger with fries for $5.99. They also have a rebate program on their baccarat play, which has been becoming phenomenally successful throughout the baccarat community. And they have this really wide range of price points if you're looking to eat. You want to eat cheap, like literally $5-6. There's Panda Express, there's Wingstop. They have China Mama's, which is this pretty famous local Chinese restaurant. And so, they have this wide range. And you can get a steak dinner for about $60 a person, which is unheard of in Vegas at the Charcoal Room, which is easily the best value steakhouse, bar none. I mean, there's no other steakhouse you can get even close to it and get out with. And they literally have the calamari is fantastic and the baked potato. But I really do think that the value part of the relationship with the customer has to come back. This idea that the $95 baked potato, everyone can suck it. That's getting ridiculous, dude.
Seriously.
And quite honestly, the table game directors are starting to really just get kind of pissy about the fact that, you're taking $500, $600 out of these gamblers' pockets. Like, what are they going to do? They're going to spend $1,000 for dinner, and now what are they going to play?
Can't play
they're going to be hanging out with David, nickel Keno. That's it.
Exactly. Well, you know what? That's a good segue. Let's go to the strategy. I want to show you a strategy that's a good for a low
let's go.
Good for a low budget guy. Let's switch over the screen. Let's go to the table.
And we're going to deconstruct this. This is head to head. I don't even know what the strategy is, by the way.
Yeah. Oh,
it's going to be my honest to goodness frying.
Before we start the strategy, I'm going to set things up a little bit, right? So, what we're going to do, I'm going to show David a strategy, and every week we're going to try and do this, right? I'm going to bring a strategy that either I play and love, or somebody's given me that they play and love, and I want David to kind of break it down from the dealer's perspective. I'll be the player advocate and sort of kind of trying to sell on why this is a good thing. But before we do that, always got to talk about what's important in your life. And David, I know it's on screen. Maybe you can see it or not, but we talk about the bridge a lot, right? And this is David's brainchild. I've been talking about these concepts on my shows for years now, which is to be responsible, be in the moment, right? Have a goal when you go. Make sure your bankroll supports your goal. It doesn't always. Right? I had to change my goal this past week when I was in Vegas because of a bankroll situation that I ran into, right? Understand your appetite or aversion to risk, identify opportunity to lean into a role or to get the hell out, and have a solid strategy, right? We talk about destination, discipline, keeping your emotions in check, and mindset. David, add on to what I say here, because I think
so
people
we
have got to play this way.
First of all, we have this for free. If you go to cqnexus.com, join our newsletter, and it's the bridge compilation. So it really breaks down fundamentally how this idea works. And then we also have on cqnexus.com/free, we have a system for you for free. Okay. I've been a dealer for 34 years, and we have evolved this with lots of conversations from a lot of different players, a lot of different people. And I will tell you that as many of you are out there who are approaching gambling for the first time or the 100th or 1000th of time, the fact that you don't have a plan, if you just sit down and just, okay, do you have a plan when you go out to play? Other than the fact that I want to win. Of course you want to win. And I don't want to lose. Of course you want to lose. And then I have X amount of money available to me, but that's it. That's your whole plan. Now we're just going to walk down the street and figure it out from there. You have to have a plan. You have to have a goal in mind, not just a goal for where you want to exit, but a goal of how to create opportunities. So we have these sort of stretch goals. Those of you into the Kickstarter realm, stretch goals, the more money you collect, the more shit you can do. Well, same thing on a table. the idea that if you can create opportunity and catch a streak, now you have more money to create maybe more opportunity and yet still have enough to go home with as you meet these goals. So we have these goals, we call them gold tiers, and we have also budget tiers, right? And all these play a role in sort of maximizing the experience. You know, now there's the secret sauce is really just about maximizing the experience, right? If whatever we do, if we have the best time doing it, that's a job well done. Just this last bridge that we had was the best bridge by far. We took a lot of feedback from all the other bridge workshops. I'm not going to have one for another couple months. We're gonna actually make it available online, so you'll be able to kind of do this online. But the idea really is to kind of fix the conversation. You know, connect or disconnect the emotionalism and sort of reconnect what actually works based on the game, based on the rules of the game, based on how much money you have to play. All this. And have a plan. Structurally have a plan and have something that sort of guides you to maximize your experience. And that's what, you know, it's funny because this is why I love John. This is why, by the way, this is why me and John are doing this and why I like, because John having this conversation a lot, but John's a big nerd, dude. John is he's kind of a nerd in this respect. And he drills it down, which is great. You know, my experience as a crap dealer, I have to make it very topical. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of players, you know, counting is not their thing. You know, figuring out where to put the checks is not their thing. They just want to have fun. I want you to have fun too, and I want you to win as much money as possible. And so that's the goal, and that's why they're bridge. But you put this bridge together, even like once or twice, and it will. I promise you, it could be life changing. And we've had plenty of players that have won that went from $3,000 to $4,000 to winning $60,000 for real. Well, we have right there. There's Mark, there's Paul, there's Andrea, there's I forget what this other girl, 11-9. I mean, I'm telling you right now, the minute that you actually sit down and think about it and get the guide of someone who, you know, who knows the game and knows the rules of the game, not the secret sauce nonsense, okay? Not the people who want you to martingale your life away or have some other thing they've worked out at home. You follow? We're talking real practical knowledge, right, of how the games actually work. I know I'm going to get a little bit of hate for that because a lot of people out there selling the clickbait and secret sauce. It's not our thing.
There's no such thing as secret sauce. All right, here we go. Dennis, you want to throw us the table?
I mean, I do have some secret sauce, but I've only shared it to a few people, though.
There you go. All right. There we go.
Okay, so what do you got? What do you got for me?
This is called the Hedgeless Horseman. Now, this is a very, very, how do you want to say this? Low house edge, maybe a little boring.
Okay.
Not a lot of opportunity kind of way to play, but
this great. Weekend, set them up, everybody. Get everybody excited, John.
This weekend, but here's the thing. This weekend, I found myself in this extremely sudden low bankroll situation, and I knew I had to put 9 hours in at the tables. So I was committed.
Okay.
How am I going to last 9 hours with a few $100, right? So here's the secret sauce.
Right.
This was developed by myself and a man named Greg over at 555 Craps. His channel is now closed, but he's a great guy. And it's a dark side strategy, but it's kind of a fun one. I want you to give yourself 5 units of any color. Maybe green.
5 units of any color. I'm going to do 5 green.
Perfect. Okay. You're only allowed to ever play 5 units out of your rack. That's the first rule. So it's a budget friendly.
I see.
Okay, if it's reds, if it's blacks, if it's greens, if it's perps, whatever you want to do, right? Your first bet is a 2-unit don't pass bet.
First unit is 2 units on the don't pass. Okay.
And there's no hedging. It's called the Hedgeless Horseman. We're going to let that
hedging. Okay, I love that part.
It's going to burn. And here's the reason why. By the way, people ask, why don't you hedge the come out? Well, if you let's say you drop a horn high yo or $5 on the yo or something like that, right? You end up making that bet a lay bet. The whole win more, bet more to win less thing. Once you lose the hedge, that bet's worth less. People forget that. When you lose your $5 hedge, now you have a $45 bet instead of a $50 bet. That matters in terms of edge. Okay, so there's your first bet. Grab a point. Just pick any number as the point. And we're gonna
pick the 5 as a point.
All right, let's pretend we survive the come out. The don't pass, as you know, has a nightmarish on the come out. But let's say we survive it. Okay. Now we're looking to win money on the 7. Most rolls end here. Most rolls end on roll 1, 2, or 3, and the hole finder there will probably show us that tonight, right? That happens all the time. So your first
next point.
Yep. Your next bet, 1 unit to come.
Okay, 1 unit in the come.
Right. So what happens right now if we
Now
roll
we're-
a 7? We roll a 7 right now. Everybody else is pissed off. How many units do we win?
3.
We win 3 units, right? It's an early attack on the 7. But let's say that it travels. Put it somewhere. It doesn't matter where it goes.
Okay, let's travel to the 9.
Cool. Another come bet. No odds.
Another
by the
come
way.
bet.
No. Here goes.
No,
everybody's
we're in
head's gonna,
4.
everybody's head's going to explode. There's no odds on these come bets, right?
Wow.
Now,
Yeah.
if the 7 comes now, what happens?
Well,
play it
you
out.
win 3 units.
And I lose 1.
You lose
So
1.
my net is 2 units, right? So again, on
Yep,
roll 2,
net's 2
my,
units.
my net's 2 units. I'm still good, right?
Yep.
Let's say the
Okay.
second come bet also travels.
Okay, we're gonna go to
Like,
or you're
whatever.
off and on with the 9, so there's a unit. Okay, so now you're in
Right.
another.
come bet, right? Now, 7 comes now, what happens? We lose 2, we win 3, we still win a unit, right? 3 rolls in. If
Yeah.
we get the early 7, 3 rolls in, we
Yeah.
win a unit. We're good, right? To this
Okay.
point. Let's say it travels, though.
Let's
like
say
the
it
shooters-
travels.
It travels to the 8. Right now, you got 3 come
Yeah.
bets and a DP.
Here comes.
You're
Yep.
upside down. Right now, we turn right side. Now we're wanting
Yeah.
these come bets to resolve. If any one come bet resolves, by the way, let's say the 8 resolves. Let's say we get an 8.
8
Which is
resolves.
Right?
Okay.
You get right. Now let's pretend the 7 comes. You lose the 2 come
Mhm.
bets.
Okay. So
Right,
are we
you-
out of the come or are we following the
You're,
come?
you're done. You're done. It's coming back.
You're out with the
Coming back.
come.
You are not.
All right,
you're
so-
not doing the recycle. You always put it back.
So here, we pay this and you lose this.
And how are we?
And
How are
now
we doing?
you're up 1. You have net
up-
positive 1.
You got it. You got it. If one come bet resolves, the 7 is still our buddy. You're always looking to win a unit or 2 as you go through. Now, if you want to be aggressive, you can make the come bet smaller, make it a $10 come bet, and use $15 as odds. As long as you're 2
Yeah.
to 1, the ratio is 2 to 1. So whatever the
Okay,
don't pass bet
interesting.
is, that come bet sequence there has to be 1 unit of that. So it could be
Right.
10 and 15.
And even
25
if
hours
someone
flat.
does start a hand, I mean, you're still you take advantage of the flat bets and you're winning back some of the
100%.
come. It's quite the grinding system now.
Oh, 100% grind. You can convert the come bet that wins into place bets if you want to. You can just collect it, right?
Yeah.
When I play this, I go 2 ways with it. I go the way it is, right? I just showed you, just collect and stay, right? Or
Okay.
I go hyper aggressive with it, right? If I win the don't pass, the next don't pass is a unit up. If I win in the come, I stack it up and we start
Okay.
building those bets up as we go, using
Okay.
leverage on your wins. So that's the strategy. You can
Okay,
go.
so you're gonna
as-
guide me into how you want Dennis to play, right? He's gonna just be the shooter.
Exactly. We can actually play. If you want to deal 2 people, we'll deal 2. Dennis and me will both.
No,
I'll play aggressive. Dennis will play regular. Want to do it like that? We can show both sides of it.
Well, I feel like one at a time would just grind it out.
Cool.
Yeah, I think let's try one.
I'm-
and
Let's
see how
just.
it
I'm
goes.
gonna-
Oh, you have a dice counter? I don't think he's gonna need a dice counter. You can count to 3, right?
Well, it's 30 rolls.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
30 rolls.
Yeah, 30
Oh,
rolls.
okay.
I'm going to start
All right, I
Craftsy,
see,
by the way. I'm going to get Craftsy
You're gonna
going.
fire up Crapsee. We're gonna
So
invite
give me
people
about-
into Crapsee to play.
Yes, I just turned a live table on. I'm going to go ahead and turn your voice off of Craftsy. Game sound off. We're going to do turbo mode.
Yeah.
Let's make sure I'm in the right one. There it is. Okay, so Crafsy's
By the way,
on. We have-
I should let you know, I know that we have talked about this a few times, but it's actually a thing. We are developing, so now that John is now playing a role, with our training center and with the Nexus, and we are developing an actual, for goodness sake, craps tournament. We've been really busy moving everything over to the Nexus. So just as a point of knowledge, I mean, we have we're moving everything out of the dealers.school, and we're moving it between these 2 sites. So we've been all of the board members should have been invited. If you're a board member or anybody that's a tiered member, you should have been invited already. If not, let us know. You can send us an email. The email is admin@cqnexus.com. Or you can just go into one of the contact feeds. You can even go on Casino Quest and chat us up there. Let us know, hey, I need to be included in the Nexus. So we've been migrating everybody over, but we are developing a tournament that we are going to use Crapsee. So I really invite you, if you haven't joined our Nexus, it's completely free. You get this sort of compendium, help you organize some of your thoughts. That's all it is kind of like a
Information resource.
it's just a resource. Yeah, it's not supposed to be like, it's not going to solve all your gambling issues or, whatever other things you have. It's really just a resource, and it just gets the blood flowing, gets the brain working. But get to the Nexus, cqnexus.com, and /free, you get one of the systems for free. Every month, we're going to try to release a new system there. And so anyway, so there you go. And so once this tournament goes up, you guys are going to all be invited. There's going to be a newsletter. We're going to send it out to about 10,000 of you. We're going to invite you to play a role. And then me and John are going to host this. And we're going to start whittling you guys down on Crapsee. And the end game is you're going to come to Vegas, all expenses paid, and we're going to have a beautiful table.
So I'm guessing if they want to join on Craftsy, right? It's just a live table.
Crafsy's a live table. That's correct. It should be called CEG David versus John, I think is the live table name. We've got 17 people in there already. I'm going to set it up to do about 15 seconds between when I hit the button, 15 seconds. So we'll go a little bit slow, give them some time to go. But if you're ready to rock and roll
for this, John,
I think 500, dude.
I would do $500. Yeah. Yep.
But yes,
exactly.
Yeah. Dude, it's John. John does 500. Though. That's it. Dude. I mean, John, dude, what do you got? 5,000? Just do all yellows, right?
Dude, I made $500 last for 9 hours at the table,
That's
and I walked away.
dude.
I walked away up $500 at the end of that whole thing.
Wow,
so
that is great. Using this system, exactly.
Using this system, when I was ahead, I would do GM spin because I love that one too. So
okay, good. All right. So well, you just give Dennis direction.
Here we go. So 2 units on the don't. I just pressed the button in Crapsee, so they are they're getting locked
out. All right, so they're ready to go. And you're going to manually input the rolls, right?
I will. I will manually input the rolls. Yeah.
Based on what Dennis shoots. So everybody's on the hole finder roll, by the way.
Okay, there we go.
Ready?
Yep.
Stand by, everybody. This could be either the longest or shortest roll in the history of mankind. Stay tuned, please. By the way, I want to deconstruct this system at some point and give you my 2 craps aces. Oh my God!
All right. Now, here's an interesting point, right? You get the winner on the come out. You can collect that and be free betting, or you can go up a unit, or you can stack the whole thing. Dennis, as aggressive as you want to be, you got the keys here.
Oh my God! You just let him. You gave him a free pass, dude.
That's a unit, right?
I would go a unit. That's 1/4.
I would go 1/4.
In his mind. Now remember, because when we do units on like roulette, it's whatever your starting unit is. That'd be $50. Yeah, but when you say unit, you just mean 1/4.
Here I'm in a quarter. So you up and pull. That's perfect.
For the love of God, dude. Yeah. You got to keep Dennis on like a little bit of a leash. 5-5 and no field.
All right. That's beautiful.
We're just going for it, right? You tell us when to go.
All right, there you go. So I just input that 10 for the people in Craftsy. So let's go unit the come. Right, you should have 3 units in your
10
rack.
Or a 5? A 5? Did he say 10?
Let's just do flat greens for now. We'll do flats, no odds for this round. We can always add odds later.
You called it a 5, right? 5 was the roll.
I thought you said it was 5-5-10, right?
No, just 1-5. So 3-2 is the roll.
Oh shit! I put a 10 in.
You put a 10, and there's no way to take that out, is there?
No, Craftsy has no undo. All right. Well, the people in Craftsy have a 10 as the point. We have a 5. That's okay.
Yeah. So I by the way, I don't call the individual dice. I call the total. John.
Okay.
I know you guys do call the individual. No, like 3-2. I just call the.
Okay. How about this?
As a dice dealer,
I'll say the individual so you can input it.
Perfect.
And David will just do the regular stick calls.
That's cool.
Ready? Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Good?
All right. So 1 unit to come.
All right. Here we go. We're out on a 3-2 for the rest of us.
You got it. Okay.
Well, maybe he'll do a quick 7 out. Look, that's a stall.
Booyah!
5-2.
Yeah, it's a world's record, everybody. 5-2.
5-2-7. That is the Horseman. The Horseman rideth. There it is. That's a pretty good win right there.
Nobody can bitch, dude. That's a winner for everybody, whether you had a 10 or a 5 or an 8.
Yep.
All right.
So what are you net? So you're net up for that shooter 4 units, right?
Dude, he's literally just rolling it over here, dude.
You won 3, you racked 1, and you're up. You had pressed it up. You're up 5 units right now, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
You're up.
So I had this, and then I had the.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
3, 4, 5, and you're up 5 units. Yeah, already up 125. Do we just cash out now and go, dude? Do we end the stream?
Bye-bye. No. So
all right.
So again, you have the option here again. Go back out at 2 units, start over again, stay at 75, or go up to 100. Okay. Whatever you want. You have
I'll spread
leverage.
This out. I think 50 is good. I think you should pay 50. Because if you give him the option, dude, he's just going to build a tower of P's over here.
He's going to pedal down, right? All right, let's go.
So we gotta exercise a little bit of mental control. All right, here we go. 7. That's a winner. You see?
Okay.
That is a bummer.
That's a huge bummer.
But
okay,
we're taking the don'ts on that one, just so you know.
You are. So now you got 3 units left with the shooter. So the ball's in your court. You can do a 2-unit don't again. You can skip the don't and do 3 come bets. Right? Because I look at it like each bet's got its own thing to do, right?
5 units per shooter.
That's it. That's it. You got
That's
3
it.
units left. So you can go back to the don't for all 3. You can go 2 and 1. Or you can go whatever you want to do. So I'll let you have.
You gonna stay in the don'ts? You want
take
me to coupon it?
I'm gonna do 2 and 1 for now.
He's gonna do 2 and 1 for now. He's
All right,
decided. He's the decider. Okay.
Okay.
There
I'm
he
getting
goes.
the Crapsee set.
Hole
Okay,
finder might have
Crapsee.
found a hole.
There's
See how this
a
works
couple
out.
of big holes here. Yep.
There's a
Okay,
few
ready?
big holes. Yep, ready. 9, El Niner.
It's a 5-4.
5, 4, 9. Okay. I'm waiting
Out
for
on the
screen to
9
show
to
here.
save a dime.
5
there
and
you go.
4. All right. There you go.
All right, we'll give everybody a minute to bet.
These are
Yep.
all my units. I basically can't do any more bets.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
in.
One more combat. That's it. That's it. One
That's
combat
it.
and wait it
All
out.
in. Yep, interesting.
All right.
I can
Yeah,
see
what
the
I'll-
obvious hole in this one, dude. The
Yeah.
obvious
What
hole.
I'll often
Yeah.
do in this situation is skip the don't and just do 3 combats and just go full right side. Like instead of going
Full
out there,
right
but
side.
again.
Oh, instead of
yeah.
having a don't, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Unless you're the shooter and you're kind of screwed.
Yeah. Well, then I would go past line. Then just go past line and 2 combats, right? If
Then you go past
right.
line. Okay,
Yeah. If you've got 3 units left after the first knockoff, what are you going to do, right?
that's true.
Okay. You're ready.
We're ready. 7 out. Wow, look at this guy.
6-1.
Another 0.7.
What kind of 7 is
Wow.
it? 6-1?
6-1. And they say you're done, but you're in the
6-1.
sun.
You're done. We're doing okay.
You're doing a
Got that-
fantastic job, dude.
We got those units back, right? We got the loss back +1. Is that right?
Yeah, basically. I have
Yep.
6 quarters in my hand.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not
What
bad.
a little, good thing you're
Mm-hmm.
you're proving John's system, but none of my system. So good job, buddy.
I proved your system every day this week.
Every day this week, you're proving a system.
Yep.
Mhm.
Well, the nice thing about
Yeah.
this kind of way to play is you've got some, like, if you wanted to switch over at some point, you could just, now you got, 6 units? You can play GM spin 44 inside 3 times.
Yeah, because now you're up those $150.
You've earned the right to play right side 3 times now. But
Look
again,
at that. You've earned the right to play right side. Wow, I love that. You've earned the
Right.
right. All right, see you, Roddy. Look at you. What are you gonna do with this $50, dude?
I'm gonna play the inside. What are you
Just
doing?
44 inside?
That's what he said, 44.
Oh, really?
you
So you're
can.
just, but that, well, you're gonna do GM spin 44, and you're
Do
gonna
you
try to
trust-
roll a hand.
Do you trust
Dude,
yourself?
you rolled 2.7s in a row, dude. I don't trust him to do anything.
I'd get back on the horseman if I were you. I'd ride the horseman.
I know.
together.
I would just stay on the horseman at this point, dude. I think the dice are speaking for him.
Here we go. Crafsy's ready.
Here we go. All right,
Oh,
it's
my
a
goodness.
7 winner on a pass line.
Wow,
Working
okay.
bets. Okay.
I like how you just took my.
Oh, I did. I
money
just
and set
took
it
his
up.
money and locked it up, dude. I just took all his
What
money.
kind of
Didn't
what
even
kind of
leave him
7
a
was
bet.
It was
What
a
was the
5-2.
7?
It was a
5-2. Okay, 5-2.
5-2-7.
Okay. Make sure Crapsee is
Yeah.
up to date there. Cool.
All right, fantastic.
All right, here we
All
go.
right, here we go. We got 44
press-
inside, and we're staying off.
I'm going to press the Crapsee button.
7 a winner on the pass line.
Wow.
Wow. Thank God we
Wow.
switched,
Okay.
huh? Those of you out
Right.
there in still working that Hedgeman horses are getting your heads handed to you.
I don't know what the hell you just said. You
Well,
just
the
said words.
headless horseman, dude.
Hedgeless.
It doesn't have a head.
Hedgeless.
He's probably
Hedgeless.
holding it.
There you
Oh,
go.
hedgeless. Oh, my bad.
Hedgeless.
I
Yeah.
thought it was a
But yeah,
headless.
so like I said, I would have switched to the pass line after the first DP come out. That would have been a winner.
It'd have worked out.
And I would have stacked it up. Yeah, 100%.
All right, so you would have done basically something like this.
I would have gone 25 pass line on that the second come out winner. Now it's $50 pass line. I would just stack that thing
Oh.
up and just
Yeah,
hammer
we're
with
playing
it.
the coupon, dude.
There you go.
By the way, we have a casino that's sending coupons down our way soon. Not a second casino. So those of you that start out at Casino Quest, come get your coupon. Free coupons.
Well,
All right,
ready?
Crassy's
We're
ready.
ready.
Yep.
Yep. For a heart wage,
2-2.
hard for 22. Says you do,
There you go.
my boo. Okay, you ready?
We are ready. Now you're gonna GM spin it, right?
All right. Yeah, he's all in. He's
roll
got
it.
the 44 inside. He's on the low
I'm
side.
gonna- Hold on.
He
I'm
found
gonna press the
himself a
Craftsy
$10
button.
table here. 9, El Niner from Pasadena. Niner in the center. Okay,
Oh, did I go a little quick?
do we go too
It was,
fast?
A little too
3-1.
quick. That's okay. It was a 6-3-9. Is that right?
6-3.
All
Yeah,
right, give me a
here. All right,
second.
I'll wait for you to tell me to go.
Yeah. Can you see the screen from where you are?
I mean, sort of, but I don't see
the
what's
Craftsy
going on.
screen's a little small, so it's hard a little hard.
Okay.
To
Yeah,
keep
But you can
Press that.
tell. You can tell when the dice come up, right? When the dice
Yeah.
thing comes up. Okay, I'm going to
Yeah.
press the button right now. That gives him 20 seconds. And when you see the dice thing pop up, that's your key to shoot.
Yeah, all right. Well, you'll look for
That's how
that. By
you'll
the
know.
way, David's gonna give you, once we're done with this, I'm gonna give you my dealer feedback on this system, okay? All the good, the bad, and the ugly.
I mean, you can
All
give
of it
dealer
out.
feedback as we're doing it if you want.
If you want to see a
Yeah.
grown man cry, wait for it. It's coming, okay? Stand
There we
by,
go.
everybody. John, get
Yep.
your tissues out. All right, ready?
I got him right
Yeah,
here.
ready.
Right here. There's
All
my
right, good.
tissues.
He's ready. 6 easy. Look at you, buddy. Oh, another 4-2.
That's a 4-2, yeah.
That's a 4-2,
Okay,
says you
4-2.
do. We're going to give you $1 change. And then we're going to clean this up. Okay.
There you go.
Wow.
426. Okay.
All right, here we go. Look at this. We got 2 targets on the GM spin. We got a 6er and a 9er. It's about timer to roll a 9er. Said the liner.
So the 6 is pressed up or no? I can't see it.
The 6 is
Yeah,
pressed.
we're
Yeah.
at 30.
Okay.
We're at 30
Okay,
on the
30,
6.
30 there and 25
25
9.
on
Cool.
the 9.
Let's
Yep.
go, man.
I mean,
Doubles
we're
have something
rocking
for
and
me,
rolling
will ya?
here, dude. We got targets.
Hit it. Hit it.
You're 4 rolls in. This is a new record for you. 5. Look at you, buddy. 3-2.
Hitting them all.
3-2.
Hitting them all.
All right, he throws in the $1. Now we're at a quarter. Congratulations.
Crapsy's not
Wow.
ready yet, so hang on a second.
This is a giant hand right here, buddy. This is the one.
Monster. A
Wow,
monster.
you really played that well, huh?
A monster.
It is a monster. I got 2.7s, paid him off on the don'ts, and then bam, gave him his
Yeah,
budget.
That was a,
Free
that was
money.
a 3. That was a 325, right?
That was a
Yep.
325, yes, sir.
Okay, hold on.
And then how many rolls are we in, just to make sure that I'm on the
You
right?
are on roll 7 coming up here. I'm going to press the button. As soon as
How
you
do we
see
have
the
9
dice come
rolls?
up, you're at 9 rolls total. You're roll number
Oh,
7
9
for
rolls
this year.
total. Yeah, because we're doing 30 roll challenge, right?
Yeah, 9 rolls
Yeah.
total, yeah.
So we're right. 9 rolls total. Okay.
Okay.
All right, you got 3 targets on the
Well,
GM spin.
I'm waiting for, there you go, there it is.
There you go. Yep,
There it
you're
is.
ready
All
now.
right, we're off.
Oof.
That would be a 7 out,
1.
6-1, and you're
6-1
gone.
and you're done. 6-1 and you're done.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, well, I was trying to. All right, well, we're gonna lock all this money up.
Okay, so now this would be when you return back to the don'ts, right?
Yep.
Going back.
You
Yep,
no
going
longer.
back.
Yeah, you got to go back there.
Yeah.
You have to. This is like you're
Yep.
punishing yourself, dude.
Yeah.
You know what
And
I'm
I'm
saying?
showing, by the way, I'm showing roll 14 coming up here. in
Roll
total.
14. Wow, really? We
showing
have
roll
roll
14.
10, I think.
I think he might have missed
You
one.
on roll 14? Are you
Yep.
sure?
Yeah.
14 total? Yep. Okay.
14.
well,
This
I'm
14 is coming up. Yeah.
okay.
This one coming up. All right. Well, we're on 14 apparently.
All right,
Perfect.
here we go. Avoid big
Good
red
job
way at
keeping
this
track
time.
of those rolls, though. It's very.
Well, Craftsy has a little counter, so I'm using that.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah.
6 easy. A 5-1-6.
5-1.
516.
516.
Okay, there it is. 516. And for
All
those
right.
of you playing
All right, what do you
along in Craftsy, this is a 30 roll deal, right? So we're going to stop at roll 30 or the next 7 after the 30th roll. So
Oh, wow.
Just
This
make
should
sure
be a
you're
monster then.
betting appropriately. All right, here we go. Comeback coming.
Yep. He's got a $25 come bet.
We got 2
Let's
on
do
the
it.
don'ts and then 1 on the.
We got 3 units in play, sir.
All right, let's
3
roll
of
it.
the 5 units.
Here comes a big fat
Oh,
roll.
early.
It's an 8. It's an 8 easy. 8
Six
easy.
do.
6.
All right, here we
2,
go.
8.
We're moving on to the 8. 6-2.
All right,
And
marked
then another
up.
combat.
Here comes.
Another
Here comes
comeback.
the 4th. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. We gotta let everybody have a chance to get in there.
Yep.
How many people do we have in there now?
We have
Playing
22 people,
on-
22 players.
okay, good, fantastic.
And we've got and we're dual streaming, by the way. I'm on Casino Gaming TV, my channel, 25 people watching there. And we've got 190 people watching on Casino Quest.
Okay, fantastic.
So,
All right,
pretty
stay
cool,
tuned.
right?
We're gonna we were gonna challenge
Eviscerate.
this
That's all good.
system. Right? No. You didn't know what I was gonna say. That could have been anything. It could have been anything. We're gonna give you guys a lot of interesting feedback. A 9, a 9,
5-4.
a 5, 4, 9. All right,
5, 4,
that's
9.
4 units in play, sir.
All
4
right.
units in play. Okay.
Still in good shape.
Oh, wait, hold on. Stand by, please.
Mhm.
You're still on 14. Oh, we're just letting him count
Yeah,
now.
I'm just letting it go.
We're no longer counting.
Yeah.
We've given up on the
I
counting.
trust Craftsy.
Give that up on the local
We trust
counting,
Crapsee more than our own counting. That makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Yep. Almost. I wish the Crapsee would show you the timer. I can't see how much time is left which that's a little miss right
I
there.
mean,
But here we
apparently
go.
there's plenty of time. All right, let's
Dice
see
are
it.
out. Dice are out.
We're ready.
Yep.
And
Oh, off
it's
the back wall.
5.
5.
All right, that's
3,
all
2.
5.
3,
That's
2.
all
Okay, 3,
5
2,
in
5.
play, buddy.
Good. Now you got to get
This can
something
go
hit.
both ways, dude.
Give me a comebatt winner here. Give me one comebatt to
This
win.
is this is officially a bisexual table, dude.
Yeah. Now you're gonna hopefully we switch sides now, right? Let's become a right side player, right? That's it.
There you go. Right side player, don't side player. You're betting on both sides.
Yeah. For a
You
minute.
got the ass and
For
the
a
don't
minute.
ass. Work
You
it.
got it. Here we go.
David's got to have fun too, dude. You know what I'm saying? 6 easy. That's a winner. Oh God. Hey,
Ah,
hey.
take
I
the
think
point.
we found a hole. We
There it
found
is.
a hole. Hole number 1.
Here's the big hole coming up. The big
There it
big
is.
one. The big one's coming
This
because
is
the
the
puck's
big
off.
hole.
Right here.
And
This
you've
is
got
where
3
you're gonna-
contract bets. You can't do crap.
You got it.
Can't do anything.
Can't touch him. Here comes the come out 7 to wipe them all out.
And then what do you do? What do you do if you're the shooter now? You're already in your 5 units.
Yeah, if you're the shooter, just pick a side. I mean, you got to
Pick a
dip
side,
into your
call it a
you got
day.
to dip into your rack and do something. But let's pretend we're not
Here
the
you
shooter.
go, buddy. I got you a coupon on the pass line. What do you think? Pass line or don't pass?
What?
Are we waiting? Are we waiting?
No, we're
Yeah,
ready.
you're
ready?
good.
Okay, we're
You're
ready.
Good. Yep.
Oh God, I hate 8 easy. Oh, look at you,
There
buddy.
you go.
6 due.
Woo.
6,
Now
2,
you
8.
collect
Ooh, baby.
this.
Yep, that's a
That
collect.
was good. That's a
Yeah.
collect. Got to put that back
Yeah.
in the rack, dude.
We gotta
Yeah.
make up some money.
Yeah, you got to
always
like,
can, you always can. You have the choice, right? Always to go back out with the win, pick up the 6
Man,
or
I
pick
think-
up the 4 and 10, whatever you want to do, right? You can stay right
I
side.
think this would be nervous, dude. This would be nerve wracking right now. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? You're giving the young man too many options, dude. That's
Yeah,
the
I
thing,
know.
'cause he wants to go. He's tilt
This is
ready.
like-
He's,
I'm ready to
This
throw
is
this
like-
in the comment.
he wants to work
He
that
wants
cum,
to
dude.
keep you can't keep coming with it. You can't keep coming. It
You
trust
see,
me.
you
It
can't
makes,
keep
it makes
coming. Okay,
it makes a mess. It makes a mess you don't want to deal with.
it
Trust
makes a
me.
mess, dude. At our age, it's just no option to keep coming.
Bad. I have tried it and it does not work.
Dennis is all in, dude. He'll keep
I
coming
know.
all day
Well,
long. No
I'll
problem.
let this just play out.
Oh, he's gonna let this play out.
Here we go. 5-5, right?
9. Hey,
Hey,
that's
look at
another
that.
winner. Wow. All right, well,
What
you got
kind of-
2 of your units back, right?
What kind
6-3.
of 9 was it? What was the 9?
It was a 639.
639. 639.
It was a
okay.
sexy ass 9, is what it was.
That's
dude.
awesome.
That's the kind of
So
9
you're-
it was.
At worst, you lose a unit right now, right? At worst, you're going to
Yeah,
lose
you
one.
just got
At
one
best,
unit.
you still could win one. Now, if you're bored, which you're going to be because you have one bet out there, right? You've won a couple of units. If you want to go back out, I mean, you can go out there for like a couple of bets if you want to. I
All right,
know
he's
it.
gonna
I know.
start. He's gonna start coming again.
Or you can place the 6 and 8 for $12 each, right? You can
Or
become
you
a
can
place
press
better.
the 6 and 8. There you go, and do some
Yeah,
GM
right.
spin. You
That's
can
right.
do
Duck
You can do
duck
whatever you want to.
ragu incoming. Everybody, watch
There
this.
you go.
One
See, you got-
strategy to many strategy. If
That's
you don't
it.
know duck ragu, by the way,
Yeah.
I had a
Show
guy
'em.
come in the other day. Fantastic fan of the channel,
Mhm.
and just literally went duck ragu on me. It was fantastic. I love this. I love duck ragu.
Great strategy.
Duck ragu is you power press, and if you hit the power press again, you can go all the way across.
Let's duck one.
Or
We'll
if-
get to it. We'll get to it.
We'll get to it. We'll
Yeah.
show you guys. We'll
Let's do
show
it.
you guys. Now we're leaning into the
Give
exciting
me a
stuff.
5. Give me a 5. Let's go, Big
That
D.
would be the 7, though. That would be the
Not
7.
2.
Man, we got to get the
5-2.
casinos need to hire John, buddy. Holy
Man,
smokes,
alive.
he's doing such a good job. Lord, you're right in. All right, how'd it go?
Listen, we don't talk about that.
We don't talk
think you
about
lost-
the losses. We only
lost-
talk about
lost-
the wins.
2 units on that one, right? You lost the 5 and you lost the go
Wow.
back. The go back. got
Holy,
got
what the
beat.
hell? You're still up $75? That's stunning.
Well, I'm actually up 76.
It's up $76, John.
There you go. See? Grind, man.
That's
Grind.
not bad.
It's a
It
grinder.
is. It's quite the grind, dude.
It is a grinder. But
Well,
again, if
yeah.
your goal, like I said before, if your goal is I have to last for a long time, I don't want
Yeah.
to make if I go $44 inside of a $500, I got an hour and a half in me if it's a bad day. This I got 12 hours in it, right? I can last.
All right. Well, how many more
So,
rolls do we got? How many
We
rolls are we
got
in?
that was roll number 21. So we have 9 more rolls.
Okay.
Probably
20 rolls.
3 more shooters, right? The way it's been going.
That's the average age of my underwear. Let's go.
There you go. There you go.
Nope, I gotta do 2. Okay. So my one little thing I would say.
You have a caveat already?
Well, it's not really a caveat. More like if you are gonna play the strategy, I would plan this out a little more because the one thing is having too many choices.
You do have a lot of choices, dude.
have a ton of choices,
because
yeah.
John's an expert player, so he gives himself choices. But I feel like a lot of people aren't going to want to have that kind of
Just-
oscillating, you know.
Just stay
I'm
with
in,
the
I'm out
flat
in.
units and you're fine. Stay with the flat
Yeah,
units.
stick
and
with the
never
flat
go up.
units because that seems to be the thing making you doing the best. Although you did recover.
Some of the comments.
Yeah. Yeah, the minute you
All right.
went to betting the numbers, dude, that did not work out so well. 7, that's a winner. How you feeling now, buddy?
Bummer.
That's a
So,
6-1, and yeah, you're done.
6-1.
There
Oh,
you
yeah,
go.
three
There's a
more units
hole.
left.
There's a hole, buddy.
That's all. So you want to
Okay,
go?
you have three.
So
He's
here
gonna
you
do come
can.
bets.
You're gonna go. So go pass line. Go 25 on the pass line. Make that your first comeback.
25 on the pass.
All right, he's
There you
doing
go.
25 in the pass line. Coupon exclusions. It's
Here
a
we go.
coupon exclusionary zone.
Lower.
8 easy 8. It's a non-fielder. It's an 8. All right.
All
And
right.
now you're
Give me
gonna
a
go
second.
straight come.
Yeah. Give me a second for
Oh.
Craftsy here. I gotta type the 8 in still.
Okay.
You jumped the gun a little bit.
Oh,
not
really?
that far. I jumped the gun.
Yeah.
That's all right. Hopefully someone took advantage of it and made some money.
6, 2, 8.
That's how they were
but
doing on the roll to win.
Say,
It's like just like the
look-
roll to win table, Dave.
Look at. By the way, look at Craftsy real quick. Look at the middle finger. That is the 7 that he's. Look at that thing.
Yeah, there
Seriously, it is just flipping us
Standing
all
high,
off.
dude.
Golly.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah, right.
Dennis
Nice
knows how
roll.
to use that middle finger like nobody's business, dude.
Well, I'm winning.
All
lower,
right.
technically.
He is
gonna-
winning. Are you still winning
I'm
money?
gonna-
You're up,
I'm gonna
or you're
press
about
that
even
button.
now. This is your 500,
I don't know. Maybe.
maybe.
He hasn't even touched past the
You
first shooter, I don't think, right? He's only gone in once for
See-
125. You're still playing on the
think he's-
original 125, which ain't bad.
Yeah, I think so. First bullet.
Yeah.
He's still in just the
Yeah.
one bullet.
Yeah. Okay, dice are out. Here we go.
All right, dice are out. That's 500. You're only wow.
I'm
That's
up
crazy.
25,
He's up
technically.
$25 right now. Crazy. And what do we say, everybody? If Dennis is up even a 8 easy winner, holy smoke!
Ooh,
dude.
baby. All right.
We
4-2.
you
I mean,
run
what's
out
it
to the
do?
casino and it's
6-2.
6-2.
6-2.
Yeah.
6-2's 8. Okay, 6-2. Boy, Crapsy's being a little slow. That's sweet. Awesome. You
Okay,
can
so
what you
Question,
again.
what
You
do I
pull,
do now?
if it's me, I'm stacking it. If it's you, I'm putting it in the rack. Like
I'm stacking it.
aggressive,
Okay.
No, he's stacking.
like the aggressive player.
He's a
like that's
stacker, dude.
like that's a gift from the casino, right? You got the way you win when you're
That
flat
is a
betting
gift.
on these on come bets and stuff. You gotta take the wins and hammer them with it. Otherwise, flat betting will get you nowhere. That's quicksand,
Yeah, that's true.
right?
yeah.
So
Dennis loves to stack. He's not a
Yeah.
flat better.
there you go. All right, let's
He's
do
a
it.
stacker. You see all that hair, dude? That smells risk. That's a risk taker. 8 easy. Oh, look at you.
Oh,
out
my
of the
goodness
perfect
gracious.
point of
5-3.
Look at that.
5-3.
5-3-8. How about that? Little win on the
If
come.
I had hair like that, I'd be taking risks too, buddy.
Booyah. Okay. I'm gonna
So am I
press
just
the
on the
button
pass
again
now?
here. Have you wasted all 3 combats? You have, right? That was it? Because you lost in
Yeah,
the
but
come
I
out.
won.
and then
I
you-
won 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one's on the pass line. You want to, so now let's ride the pass line out. If you want to go back out, you have permission to, but you can't dip into your rack anymore. So just take what you got.
You can't dip into the rack, dude. No dipping.
Yeah.
I think this is if I count it out.
You're up $100? No, right now you got 3 units extra.
Yeah, I got 3 units extra. So I'm back. I'm like seesawing back and forth. a little.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. Welcome to
Yeah.
low house edge gambling. That's what it looks like. You're always
Yeah.
tying.
This is it.
It's always a tie.
You're
Yeah.
down to your last little bit. 4 easy, a tree 1, a
3-1.
3-1
All right.
4, a little
Show.
Joe.
3 and a 1. There you go. Sweet.
Who's our biggest winner? Here, let's check into Crapsy real quick.
Let's
Who's
check.
right now? Who is our biggest winner?
I go to Crapsee and we look at the leaderboard, the ranking. Come on. It is E Tremblay at plus 200, Rob's plus 100.
All right.
There's only like 5
'Cause,
people that are
I
over.
think we have some stuff to give away.
Yeah.
We can always gift him something on the Nexus, you know.
Mm-hmm. True.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like the top 2 people we like gift one of our strategies, you know?
Yeah,
Maybe.
for sure.
All right, what do you got? All right, are we ready?
We are on
We're
roll
waiting on
26.
Craftsy?
Roll 27. We're gonna press the button and we're gonna get Crapsy going.
Okay. It's so interesting. Isn't that amazing? This all grew out of we used to do Post-it notes around the table. Now look at us, dude. All grown up, dude.
We should try Post-it notes again.
The Post-it notes. How many people with a raise a hand? Just raise up your hand wherever you're at. How many people missed the Post-it notes? God, it was so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's a 5. It's a 3-2.
The post-it notes were a lot of fun. 325. Yep.
325. Okay, cool. There you go. All right.
We're gonna have to do a world where we do post-it notes. I deal out to them on the table. That was fantastic. Here in Allen Toy, just go all the way up. All the way up.
What do you think of card crafts, by the way, David? I should ask you that. Have you dealt or seen that yet?
So like I feel like for the sake of just having a craft table, it's fine, but I feel like it's a terrible. I don't like any of the I don't like any of the bastardization of this game. I don't like acrylic. I don't like the roll to win game. I have yet to come across a table. I love the beauty and the organic sort of reality that this game, the social parts of it, even if you don't want to be social. By the way, the Abbiati makes this crafts table. They're this Italian, table game designer. That's all they do. None of the tech. 3 Craps 3, the old one 2. And they have this $80,000 table I've done. There's pictures of me. I'll have to show it to you guys. If you think this table is beautiful, this table is beautiful. This was made by hand by a guy who just absolutely loved dice. But this Abbiati table, I got to deal. They hired me to deal it at a convention. $80,000 handcrafted mahogany table with like zebra wood insets, and it was the most fantastic table I damn near cried while I was dealing this game. And it's this Abbiati company. You can look them up. They're an Italian company, and some of their tables are just 10 easy, 10 a 6-4.
There you go.
10 easy, 10 6-4 4-6.
Yeah, okay, that was roll. So this will be roll 30 coming up. So when this shooter ends, that'll be
the last roll.
Everybody rail dump.
We'll see who's the leader.
Time to rail dump. Yep, let's go.
Yeah. And then after this, I'm going to give you my honest critique, dude. I'm going to give you my honest dealer's critique.
Let's do it.
I'll give you my
And we're going to work. And we're going to give. Dennis is going to give his critique. Oh, we're waiting?
Okay. We're ready. Crafts is ready.
Ready. And it's a 2 craps. It's aces.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm sure there is some horn.
So Top Gunner on chat says, "Come on, aces!" So.
Oh, really? So someone had everything on aces, dude.
We are the 6
Someone
away.
got really excited. Yeah.
We are the 6 away from the small, by the way. 6 away from fatties.
Oh, really? Oh, just the 6 needed for the small. That was it.
That's it. Lay the 6. Lay the 6 for $1,000.
Dennis pulled it out of the proverbial. You want to roll it again? Oh, we're still rolling until the 7.
We're still rolling. Yeah, roll for the 7.
Over.
Oh, until the shooter's over. That makes sense. Whoa. That's a no roll. That's just too tall. It's in the wood. It's just no good. Okay. It's an overdue redo. A 6 easy, a 4 deuce.
Hey,
Is that the small?
That's the small.
We got the small, everybody. Everybody pounded out the small.
Hold on. I got to find my sound effects. Where's my celebration thing? I got to make a noise.
Oh, you got to make a noise. I got noises, dude. I got noises. I
can't.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I will add some noise sound effects if you all just want to stand by. Dennis may have to leave the room, though. You know what I mean? Like, he'd be like, well, it is noisy, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't want to know.
There it is. Oh. Hey, there. I knew I could find it.
You made the noise? I didn't hear any noise, dude. I didn't hear a thing.
I made the noise. Everybody else did.
All right, fantastic.
It was very exciting. Very exciting.
I was just about to move my mic. For Hardway, it's a 22. It's a hard 4. It's the hard 4.
This is the old fear of missing out roll, right? You're not betting anything
this
else.
is it.
Remember the last time you put the money out?
Everybody else retired.
And the 7 came the second you put money out?
Oh,
Who wants
God,
to bet
he
it? Dennis bets the 6, and then here comes, right? I always say the word.
John said the word, everybody.
I say the word all the time.
3-way. He said the word. He said the word all the time.
It's okay. We can meet John in the parking lot.
All the superstitious people, beware now. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. We'll just blame John in a minute. It's okay.
That's right.
No pressure. No pressure.
Okay,
That's one of the first things we teach here at Casino Quest. Etiquette.
Never say
etiquette on the game, dude. It's a 4, though. It's a 4. Woo!
It's a
dodge the bullet. It's a 3-1-4. Little Joe.
3-1. All right. This is a great roll.
Open the door on the 4. Wow, this is a fantastic roll, dude. Every now and then, Dennis comes over to the other side, dude. Shows everybody how to win.
That's your third 4 in this roll. By the way.
Unfortunately, we're on like the one strategy that can't win money at this point, but
Exactly.
that's fine.
I need an 8.
I told you.
Only
He
no
needs an
opportunity.
8. He really,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs the 8. Yep.
looking for a little 8 to skate. Needs a date on the 8, buddy, huh?
Let's go. He needs the
Don't be
9,
late on
the
the
11,
8.
and
Huh?
9, 11, 12. 9,
Needs
11, 12.
date,
Let's go.
everybody.
9, 11, 12. You got it.
9, 11, 12. Oh, that's what you need for the tall? Oh, good.
Yep.
Man, those town bets are coming in. All right. Ready? We're ready. That would be 6-1, and you're done,
6-1
son.
and you're done.
Okay.
All right, 6-1.
There it is. 7 out, line away, don'ts to pay. Last comes
34.
get some and pay behind.
34 rolls. All right.
34 rolls, dude.
So Craftsy,
Congratulations.
the winner in Crapsee is E-Money. I'm gonna take a
E-Money.
screenshot of this so I don't.
By the way,
so I
that's,
don't,
take a screenshot.
I
And
got
then
it. Yep.
message them to get their email. Yeah, so we
Yep.
can gift them something on the Nexus. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so check this out, John. Dennis won $26 playing your system.
That's it. I thought
You
we
know
were
what
up
I'm
more than that. I thought he was up more than that.
Well, he
We were up
was, but he was.
5 at one point, but I think we lost it.
There you go.
I think at the height he was up 125 right out the
Yeah.
gate.
I think that
Yep.
that point winner.
Yeah,
was
then
the
he
thing that
got
killed us.
two. He got
That
two
knocks you
hot.
out.
He got 2.7s really paid off, and then
Yep.
started heating up, dude. Once he got warmed up, Dennis couldn't repeat that.
All right. You want to go
Are
to
you
the other
ready?
screen or want to stay on the table? You want to go up to the faces or stay here, Dennis?
Yeah, we can go to the faces.
Yeah, we can go to the faces. I mean, I have a
There you
few. Yeah, we'll let here. Dennis has some pretty good constructive feedback
Well, this is me as a player.
as a player.
2 things about the strategy. I mean, I would never play this. Just throwing that out there right from go.
Of course.
It's too boring for me.
Yeah.
I'd fall asleep at the table.
Yeah.
But if you like grinding the table, this is perfect. If you're there for just to drink, to socialize, this is a great strategy for that because you're no one's kicking you off the table.
And you don't have to really focus.
Yep.
I wouldn't play this, but it's not a bad strategy. Believe it or not, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, 100%. So this is like a little bit like my little green men. I famously had a player that would play something similar. He would only put X number of units on the table at a time, and then as he won back those units, he would add units. But he was always flat betting. The interesting thing, the one thing I like that you brought up was how you progress. Like the key really is as you start to win, you give yourself, you start having this new relationship with the game, right? You lean into the risk, and that's what we sort of talk about. The only way to really optimize the experience or win, or really sort of lean into win, is to lean into the win and take advantage of win streaks. On its own, obviously, you're kind of missing out on the fundamentals of the game, like for example, the odds, right?
Yep. For
And
sure.
I feel
For
like
sure.
too, like I know that it says Hedgeless Horseman, but in a way, the betting activity is the hedge, right? Because you're going from, okay, so if you're on the don'ts, you're going through the come. These are, granted in the 0.7 scenario, that's a thing, but you're sort of hedging the roll dynamic. In one sense, you're betting against, and in the other sense, you're betting for the roll. So there's a lot of holes. The biggest hole is, the come out roll clearly is the point, is a winner, right? The next big hole is the, winners back to back. If someone quickly rolls the point, and then you get stuck with, however many units out here, right? Being you lose the don'ts, and now you're and now your come bet stuck, right? Because it's a contract bet, you can't do anything with it.
Yeah.
I will say, what's interesting, John, is like we used to have. I used to have this guy. A couple different people played it a few different ways. One of them was I would have a. One of the most famous players I ever had was a guy that started with a bird game. Okay, this is actually a great story. I don't know if some of you on Patreon have heard this story before, but so when I worked at the Golden Gate, we used to have this guy that would come in and he would play $5 every day, just $5. He'd buy in for a stack of birds, which is just 20 quarters. Stack of birds, just 25-cent table, and he would start with a 50-cent come bet, right? And he would flat bet it, and he would just let that money move. And then as he justified, he would, for him, this is just 2 units, right? So once he would win a unit, he would then save that unit for the odds. right? So if the come bet went on, he would now have another unit. So he'd only risk 1 unit per shooter. That was it. And you can imagine with $5, you could last a long time, and he would play all day. So one day, this man started with 50 cents on the table and got paid. And before he left us, he was up a few $100s, and he went to the Horseshoe. Needless to say, short story is, he ended up coming back to the Golden Gate the very next day. He had a $40,000 envelope of cash, having only started with this one 50-cent bet and parlaying the units. Now, can you imagine? For most of his life experience here in Vegas, it was all about just control and discipline and, you know, justifying the unit. So here you have the one thing I love about this system, or your system, and I can see why, if you're trying to grind out money or stay alive, you know, here it is. You have enough control to just fixate on, here we have 5 units basically, right? So you're investing 5 units per shooter. I think the way to make this a much better system, though, is clearly as you're winning and getting back these units, right? Any new unit you use to really dig into the opportunity of the game. And the opportunity of the game is odds, police bet. I would stop moving the come bets. If there was ever a point where I got my 5 units back, like Dennis did, the next thing I'm doing is, you know, either duck ragu, GM spin, like you said. And I wouldn't even do it. I would start at these quarter units because it's hard to grind out, and then go to the $10, just like what Dennis did. He went to 44 inside. He could have easily done 110 inside, right? You know, with the green, but he went to 44. He's looking for kind of a different experience. Am I still talking to that camera or no?
Camera?
The one camera, he got too hot, I think. It turned itself off.
Oh, one of the, now I'm back? Okay, yeah, one of the cameras was...
We're looking at your crotch right now, David. That's it, so it's all good.
You're seeing the cross. Yeah, so he could have just taken the quarters, right?
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? And just take... But he went down... Because when it comes to place bets, it's really not about where you start, it's about where you finish, right? But with come bets, you're investing the flat bet, so it's important to have maybe a bigger unit. You start with what I call the big birds, or $25 with this, and then you move forward. The other thing, John, is I think that I wouldn't extend myself past 3 units per player. So I would start with maybe a flat bet on the don't pass, followed by a come bet. And then as I added units, then I would create, you know, new opportunity from there, right? But I will say this, the one great thing about this system is you should be able to play it for a very long period of time, as long as you have a lot of patience, and you don't go on tilt. You know, the problem with some systems like this is, you know, you get frustrated, you know, one side or the other side sort of starts to peak, and now you want to kind of either lean in or lean out. It's a cold table, it's a choppy table. What kind of table is it? And now you're on tilt doing something else. And it is a slower system, by the way. Yeah.
Well, this is a good system. This system teaches you discipline, because you got to stick to the 5, right? And I think you bring up a great point with the come bets. The opportunity there is the odds. So if you're going to look at this through the lens of a right side player that wants to capitalize, right? The way to make come bets work, the only way to make come bets work at these levels, especially, the come bet should be table minimum, $10, with as much odds as you can afford, right? The lower the flat, the better the odds that you can afford. Right. Here, I would go 10 flat, 15 odds. If I won one, the next one goes 10 flat and 5x odds, right? You keep bumping the odds up with the wins. That's the secret to making this thing work. Or let the come bets win and get the hell out of come betting. Go to place betting if you want to and do something different. But you're surviving the short rolls. You're getting money to play a longer roll with, and you can obviously lean in if you want to. I played this very aggressively. Like after I won the 125, my next time out is 100 on the don't pass and $50 come bets, or 25 and 25 odds. Like I'm using the whole 125 the next time. And I'm going to leverage. And then it's fun. Then it's not boring, because then you got big money. They got black chips out there, right? It's not as boring when the colors change. So you can leverage the wins, and I think it's a good way to survive short. It's a good way to transition long, but you're going to miss out. Yeah. I've missed out on. I was on a 60+ roller in Reno once playing the strategy, and it wasn't until roll 16 or 17 that I got all 3 come bets to pay, and then I went back out.
Got on the other side.
I got on the right side late. I still made a pile of money, but I was fear of missing out for the first half of that roll almost, or the first whatever quarter of that roll. So it's a slow starter.
You know what's interesting is all these strategies. So by the way, let me get to this in a second. We have a party April 5th. It's free. Meet and greet here. We'll have food. It starts at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, Casino Quest, 3100 West Sahara. And it's absolutely free. It's me, Dennis, and Alex, and wanting to just say hello to everybody. Originally, it was costing money. I refunded everybody that paid, and we're just making it free. In this economy, with everything else going on, we figured for the first time in a while, there won't be any eggs, though. No eggs at this party, dude, because we can't afford it, because it's a free event. We'll have everything else. We're going to go get some food, then we're going to head over, play some bingo, hang out at Palace Station a little bit. Hope you guys join us. But, okay, there's that. Here's the most interesting thing about this whole journey that we've been on is that it comes down to, like, craps is a very multifaceted game, right? There's lots of ways to interact with a crap table, unlike almost every other game at the casino. And there are lots of opportunities to play and win other games at the casino, but this game very specifically offers people lots of different types of experiences. You know, you could play Pai Gow, right, and not really lose a lot of money because you break and push a lot. There are systems for this game. You can do kind of the same thing, right? There's lots of ways that you can kind of hedge your play and stay alive, and there's a lot of really grinding ways that you can interact with a dice table. The real key is answering the questions on what you want to do. Like, what's your goal, and you know, how much time do you have, and what your opportunity has. And then really it's the game only works one way, or in a refined way, for those sort of goal sets. And then there are strategies. If you want to play aggressively and you want to win, there's a whole bunch of strategies that work towards that goal. If you want to kind of middle the game, break even, and then also give yourself an opportunity, there are strategies for that sort of mindset. You know, there's a lot of ways to interact with this table. So the other day when we finished a bridge workshop, this lady went ahead and rolled 8 4s in one roll, and by the time anyone got on it, it was, well, I wouldn't say it's too late, but the whole idea, everyone was like, it's too late, it's too late, it's too late, and then all of a sudden, one of our players got on it and got his 4 to $1,000 because she rolled it. You'd be surprised how quickly $10 can become $1,000 when someone's just rolling a number over and over and over again, right? And they were finally able to take advantage of that roll. But, like, you know, that's a scenario where an aggressive strategy would have worked out really well. I mean, this hedgeless, so strategies like this where you know, there's technically a hedge in play, and you're not taking advantage of, you know, the front side of the game or the light side of the game where you can maximize wins. I mean, it is what it is. You're going to let a lot of opportunity pass you by. Hey, do we have any questions out there? Any Q&A?
I'm not seeing any. Of course, some people hate the strategy, which is to be expected. But no actual like questions. I'm looking around. I don't see anything.
Really?
No.
Yeah, it's a great grind strategy, but nothing else. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was designed as a grinder. It was designed as a way to survive, especially low bankrolls. That was the whole point.
Are you ready? I got a new one for you. I got another one for you. So we'll wash our souls with this opportunity strategy. What do you think? We had this strategy the other day here. Dennis, what was it? When is it coming out on YouTube?
Friday.
It's coming out Friday. Can I taste it at a different level? No.
I mean, sure. I don't even remember.
We have a strategy. We gave a golden banana on both sides. Both of us did. It was fantastic.
I remember giving it a golden banana. I just don't remember the strategy.
Damn it, we don't remember the damn strategy. But wait till I guess it's coming out Friday. So YouTube already has it. I mean, Patreon already has it, though.
Patreon has it.
Dude, I literally had a dream. It was so crazy. I woke up and I was thinking about this. You know, it's crazy how much I dream about this game. Once you start dealing this game a lot, you literally go to sleep thinking about bets. You know what I mean? It's so weird. And I have so many conversations. I have all these dice with Davids and people confront the game from many different ways. So we finally came up with a strategy that me and Dennis, we haven't had a double banana in a while. And this one ended up being absolutely fantastic. Cool. I guess you're going to have to wait for it. I can't believe we can't remember it. It's so good, we forgot.
To be fair, you were like sick.
I was sick when I filmed the strategy. But wait till you see it, John. We're going to have another, next week, we're going to put that strategy up. That's what we're gonna do. Sweet. So next Wednesday, me and you will go head to head with that strategy. I think you guys are gonna love it, man. It's fantastic.
Actually, there's a good question, John. What is your first goal tier with the grind strategy?
Yeah, John, there you go.
I want to earn a bullet back. My first goal tier is a full bullet. And then I'll go back with a bullet and a half on the next one. That's how I grind it up. So if I'm going to be out here, if I'm going to win 125, I'm going to go out the next time with 200. And the next time I'm going to go out with 300. I'm trying to win a bullet and then go out for an extra half. And that's how I build that thing up. When I get 2 bullets in profit, that's my walk point. So at $500, you win 2 bullets back, you're 20%, and you're gone.
You know what's interesting? For your lifetime, you're actually winning at craps.
Yeah,
John.
And the reason
John's
why
actually
is because
kept track of every single session.
Yeah,
and he is winning over his
I
lifetime.
grind like this a lot. I grind like this a lot. And I don't win a ton. I don't lose a ton, but I've had half a dozen, maybe 10 or so really big wins that have gobbled up all the small losses for me. Right. So I'm here, couple of big fatties, and then, back here again. That's the way I've done it. I just don't take an ass kicking. I just don't get my ass kicked.
Very few people have the discipline that John has, dude, to leave with up 100 or whatever goal he set for himself. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There are very few people like him. I mean, it's just a fact. That's part of the other part of this game is dealing to the emotionalism as a dealer. I find that emotionalism wins like 90% of the time. People just lose it. They come with this plan or they have some kind of thing and then they get on a real table, have that real experience. I have players, by the way, who I teach and we go over the strategies and everything else. And the minute they hit the casino and they're dealing with real money, real dealers, real time, and everything goes out the window, I mean, we got on that 40 roll heater that guy did. And I had an appointment with me. And he did not want to invest. We went over the conversation about, David, is there a hot roll? Is it a hot table, a cold table, a choppy table? And I was like, dude, you have to ignore that. You never know when that shooter is going to step up, when that person's going to, make dreams happen, And by the time we got on the roll, it was just nothing. There was nothing much left to it. But I just feel like, that's a big part of it. Very few people like John. I mean, that's just a fact. You know what I mean?
Thank God for that.
I'm gonna go.
My wife would
I know,
say
right? Oh, really?
I see. So we do have a $5 super chat, so I'm gonna read that real quick. Counters said, "I just hopped on, but it's fun to see you guys together discussing this. You are my favorite crafts educators and have increased my enjoyment of the game."
Yeah, good. Yeah, we're coming from it from 2 different directions. One is the you can guess which of those directions apply. We now have the Craps jock and the Craps nerd together. Just we're running the race, dude. I think me and you are going to trade off in different roles, though. That's the thing. One day we'll be the jock, and one day, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Someone asked, and I know they didn't meant it as a question, but I do want to answer the question.
Yeah.
Is if your goal is just to survive, why even play?
Yeah, if your goal, people love to play, but
I just answered this question actually, and it's odds working. And I said, the goal sometimes the goal has to be to survive, right? Like I said, and I told you my story again. This weekend I ended up with $900 to last 6 days, and I was committed to 9 hours of play on camera with Big AZ. So how are you going to make that work? My goal was to survive, so I had to play this to survive. But when I play this normally, I'm hyper aggressive with it. Like I will full press the don't pass.
I'm going to answer that right.
I will hammer the odds after the first win. When Dennis had the 125, that's all going back out. Like I'm looking for opportunity within the system. I'm not just going to sit there and pick quarters off the table all day long. So I mean, you have to, as a player, recognize those chances and take them when they come. You can't just sit here and flat bet to $2 in profit, right?
I know, but John's a content creator, right? So he had to stay alive on this table for 8-9 hours, hang out with Big AZ, who we love,
right.
But for those of you, if you're asking the question as a player, not as a content creator, not where you have a scheduled time to be at a game, how many people just literally like to play for time? And believe it or not, I would say lots of them. You know what's interesting? One of the greatest experiences I ever had dealing this game was when the Santa Fe opened, and from a player understanding point of view, understanding the player point of view. So when the Santa Fe first opened in Las Vegas, before it was Station Casinos, it was built in a very local, out of the way area that was kind of upstat. There were a lot of retired, middle-aged, back then, By the way, a lot of World War II vets, right? So this is a little mid-90s, a lot of World War II vets. I say that because World War II, especially if you worked in the Navy, stuff like this, you played dice. You know, it really came from, it was popularized in, you know, on these military bases, on these Navy ships. You had nothing else to do but play dice. And I ran into a lot of players. And okay, so I use the context of the Santa Fe specifically because it was a locals place. It wasn't like a gambling destination. It was just a local casino. It was started by Sue Loudon. Years later, it got bought up by Station Properties. But when it was Sue Loudon, it was in its own little area. There wasn't a lot up there, but these, you know, sort of middle of the road houses, lots of retired veterans. And, you know, I was a crap dealer there. And it was a new breed of player for me. I went from the downtown grinder, you know, people trying to make like $12 on $3, you know what I mean? Playing 75 cents, 6 bits, this kind of thing, to just the casual, retired World War II vet coming down to play dice. And I will say at least half of those, more than half of the players that I used to deal to there were just in it for the time. And you know what's so funny? I asked myself, I had the exactly same conversations. Like, why you play $500 a day or $100 a day just to come down here and you know you're going to lose it, let's say. I mean, you know, I wouldn't be like, hey, you know you're going to just donate to the casino because you got to keep the hope alive, right? And they just love to play the game. They love to interact with the table. I mean, I got my love of the game having that experience, first of all. Not so much the money, but like the dealer, the dice, the throwing, the socialization, the ability, you know, meeting people you didn't otherwise know, being in this sort of, you know, all in it together kind of thing. And you'd be amazed at how many people literally just play this game just to kind of enjoy it for what it is. And I think for a lot of us, you know, I'm not saying you specifically, but a lot of people kind of have in the back of their head that they're probably not going to win. But even if they lose, it's okay. It's still a good day at the casino. Where if you're playing blackjack or any, you know, you play some other kind of game, you know, God forbid pie guy, you start losing, you know, terribly where you're really hoping to break even. Yeah. But most other games, it's like win or lose. Like you sit down at a blackjack table and you really just, you know, you want to run that money up, right? There's no other reason to be there, right? Whereas on a crap table, it's this whole different thing that, and I think the culture of a craft table sometimes is lost, but some of you are here. I know you get it because
it's so unique.
It's a great place to be on a table.
Craft is the most unique game in the casino because of that. The social aspect of craft, the way that the flow, the rhythm of the game, it's just a unique game that you want to be a part of as much as you can. You know what I mean? It's awesome, you know? I don't know. To me, like, grinding it's looked down upon by a lot of folks. Whatever. I don't grind all the time, but to me, it's a good way to gauge the table. You're not going to get hurt either way. If it goes one way, you can lean in or lean out, whatever you want to. And I don't know. To me, it's like you say, it's a game you want to be a part of, and that's why it's just unlike anything else. Roulette can be exciting, I guess, sometimes too, but craps really has a different it doesn't
compare, dude. The first real conversations I had about this game and strategy was literally at the Santa Fe. Was a World War II vet who was having his eyes done, and he lost at the time. I guess one of it went bad. He had to have it redone, and his eyes were all fuzzy. And he was my $500 a week player. I mean, or $500 a day player. He would buy in for $2,500 a week, and he would bet a come bet place bet system where you would use the place bets to pay for odds. It was very simple. Yep, and so he would just grind the game every day, and he never won. He would always win a little money, and he really started that conversation with me like, David, I'm buying in for $500 a day. What am I doing wrong? Well, besides everything, you know what I mean? Like, and that's where I started paying attention to how the bets move and you know, how the kind of the money flows and the ways that are sort of counterintuitive to playing the game. But literally at the Santa Fe, those players were very instrumental in understanding, you know, kind of the other way, the dynamics of the game itself. By the way, I mean, this was 94, I believe. I opened the Santa Fe. It was just such a fantastic time to be a craft dealer. You have no idea. Go ahead.
We do have one more question, and then we'll end it after this one. Okay. Skill and Luck says, how does one snap out of it when they're mesmerized or overwhelmed at the table?
As a player?
I'm guessing as a player.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, it just takes control. That's why so we have You have to have a plan, man. That's the thing that amazes me is that everybody will do lots of other things. If you take into consideration you have $500, right? And you leave home to do almost anything with $500, you have some kind of plan. Even if you go to a restaurant, if I go to a restaurant, me personally, sometimes I go kind of run of the mill, you know, it'll be like a spur of the moment. I really don't know what they're serving, but I certainly find out if I can afford it, right? And I have an idea of like, okay, I could take 2 people or 3 people, whatever the case is. If I have some kind of plan. It's amazing how little people spend, you know, developing a plan for that same $500 and they belly up to a crap table. And I think what, you know, it's the same way that you have triggers for how you bet or cash out, but you have triggers inside the game. Emotionalism is a really, really big part of you know, especially dice experience. Dice can get very social, people high-fiving, getting excited, and you know what happens? And the casino loves that shit. In fact, they love putting crap tables by where the cashier is, so you can hear the money, you can feel the money, you can see the money, you can see people cashing out, you can get all this excitement because what ends up happening is you chase the win, right? You literally stay in your rack. Now you've lost focus on what your exit strategy was. Everyone's all excited. You're all liquored up, high-fiving. And you know what? You want that to continue even though you've met, let's say, a goal tier, right? So having that plan literally in place or even written down somewhere or tattooed on your wrist or somewhere gets you sort of cognate. I also recommend, strangely enough, not drinking. I know for some of you that's a non-starter. Or maybe just 1 drink or, you know, whatever it is that doesn't get you lit or 2, you know, where you can manage control. John, do you drink, John? I don't think so, no?
I do, but
when you gamble?
Very, very calmly. Yeah, I don't get hammered. Yeah.
And I think you just have to recognize everyone has their own triggers. I had a guy, can I just say one thing? The most interesting dude I ever had when it came to sort of managing your, he used to use troll dolls. And so he would rotate his troll dolls around his bankroll as he was playing. And whenever he got to a certain troll doll, that was it. He was out. So he had, you know the ones with the long ass hair?
Yeah.
He would have the troll dolls
awesome.
all laid out on his rack, dude. It was fantastic, man. But I mean, listen, everybody needs something. Funny. His thing was troll dolls. You know what I mean?
Can you do that today? I mean, you put a camera inside those things.
Yeah,
I mean, would they let you?
I don't know. Why would they care? Little troll dolls, like.
It's just weird. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe you'd have to ask, but he used to have troll dolls. That was his thing.
The only thing I will add to the awareness part of it, as someone who loves psychology, for those who don't know, I read psychology papers for fun. So nice. it is a nerdy thing to do, but it's something I love to do.
I thought I was the nerd.
Awareness of how you feel. So like when you go out of control, you should try to focus in on why you do that. Maybe it's a bet, maybe it's the energy, whatever the case is. And then if you spend time being aware of it, that's when you can catch yourself and say, okay, let's take a step back.
Right.
That's usually what most people will say when it comes to those type of things. Just in life, not just craps, but triggers, right?
A lot of
finding what the trigger is and then noticing that and saying, okay, now time to take a step back.
I have triggers, dude. I have triggers.
We all have triggers.
Nothing to do with breasts.
Yeah. All right, so last comment.
John, fantastic, buddy.
So Fox Savage Gaming says you live stream every week. That is the plan to do this every week, right? We're gonna try and make this a Wednesday thing, and we'll just kind of keep going at it, man. We have a million strategies to dissect and have fun with. So not all of them we will all like, but they're gonna be fun to deal out and talk through it. So off to
we're at least gonna have a strategy. We're also gonna offer some news, and we're gonna kind of share Vegas, what we're doing. We have a table out there. You know, one of these days, what I'd love to do, John, is I have a fantastic craps class where I have 16 people in my dice class right now, and I would love to share some of that experience with you guys. I think you guys would really love to see actual dealers in training, you know, working through it, cool. Or even maybe giving a piece of my class, you know what I mean, in real time. And you guys get here. Today we were doing it on dice setters, throwing the dice, that kind of thing. But all right, good. So every week, Wednesday, head-to-head, dealer versus player. What do you think?
There you go. Love it. Good show.
All right, welcome, John. Thank you.
Thanks, David. All right, see y'all later.
We're off to play Keno, literally. See you, pals. Bye.
Bye.